Hey folks, hey, what's going on here? Hey, this is Wesley Virgin here. Hey, I want to talk about real quickly here. I'm in Cabo right now, and real quickly here, I want to share why 99% of people fail. Now, I'm in the bathroom and just getting ready to go to dinner here, and I thought I'll talk briefly about failure, okay, and why 99% of people, okay, including a lot of you, will fail in life forever, okay? And remember, listen, I'm no different than you. I'm just a young black man from Houston, Texas here. I didn't grow up rich. I didn't have all the resources and the festivities and the mentorship like a lot of you have access to today. But real briefly here, I want to talk about why 99% of people fail. And since you're here, you can like this video here, you can tag it with a couple of people. And this is for business people. This is for people who have not embarked on the breakthrough yet. And I want you to write this down, okay? Because I want to give you guys a tour of my place here. We're in the penthouse right now, and I want to give you a tour here. Listen, I want you to put this down below. You must picture a better life if you don't want to be like the 99% of people that will fail. Okay, now look, pay attention, okay? Listen, I can give you a book to read. I can recommend a seminar. I can recommend mentorship, okay? I can show you how to make money online. I've made millions of dollars. But what sets me apart from the masses is this. I consistently, on a daily basis, picture what I want for my life. See, a lot of you, you're failing, right? You're failing right now. It's because, and not because you're not smart enough, okay? Let me take this camera up here. Like, how many of you believe that the reason why you're failing is because you're not smart enough? Or maybe you never had a mentor. Or maybe you didn't have a father or daddy. Or maybe your business, you've been working for 5, 7 years and you feel that you're missing something. Listen, the reason why 99% of people fail is because they fail to picture a better life. Now, what do I mean by picture? Now, I'm gonna break this down here, and I really want you to pay close attention here, because I'm gonna give you a tour of my place, okay? Now, what do I mean by picture? Because I wanna be very practical, okay? I'm not talking about like metaphysical, esoteric type of things here. I'm actually talking about picturing the life that you want. Let me make myself clear here. Now, check it out. Now, maybe 10 years ago, when I started to understand why things wasn't working for me, because I'm just like you. I used to search online looking for opportunities. I've been in different network marketing opportunities. You know, I've paid money to sell pills, potions, and all types of things here. But the problem was this. And I wanted to be a millionaire just like you. But my issue was this, listen. I failed to picture what that life would look like once I made the money. Am I making sense? Hit the like button if I'm making sense here, okay? This is the one thing that I was missing. This is why I was a part of the 99% of people like you that were failing every day, right? Nothing was working. I'm flying around the world, going to seminars, reading the books. You know, I went to the Tony Robbins seminars. I was saying affirmations. I was meditating. But the missing piece for me was I didn't ask myself this question. Wesley, with all the success that you want, all the millions of dollars that you want to obtain, what does that look like? Okay? Like, if you want to travel the world, where do you want to travel to? Like right now, we're in Los Cabos here. How many of you are enjoying that picture right now? This is a picture, by the way. You see that? That's a picture. The sun is setting, right? This is my balcony here. That's my third jacuzzi here. I'm gonna give you a tour of this immaculate room. It's insane, right? It's a presidential suite here. So what I started to do, and I want you guys to do this with me here, I pulled out a sheet of paper and I said, well, right now, I don't like my life, okay? Right now, I'm not happy. Right now, things are not going in the way that I think they should. But what does that look like? Like, what if my life was perfect? Am I making sense here? Like, what if everything right now was going well in my life? What would that look like? And what I did is, I pulled out a sheet of paper. Obviously, I wasn't in Cabo. I was in that small one-bedroom apartment in Houston, Texas. And I set my butt down on the chair, okay? And I pull out a sheet of paper and I pull out a pen and I wrote down, I said, well, you know, it looked like this. You know, I want to be able to purchase or fly to Cabo whenever I want to. And I want to get the best suite in the house here. And I want to have a view of the sun setting across the ocean. I want to be able to hear the waves, the water, the ocean. Now listen, when I wrote this in my journal 10 years ago, I had no money in my bank account. I had no mentorship, okay? And I was about 29 years old. And this is what changed it here. As I started to understand that, when I started to think about the things that I wanted, I got more excited. Does that make sense? Let me show you something here. Am I making sense so far? I want everybody right here, listen, I want everybody right now to type this below. If I want something bad enough, I must picture it. Go ahead and do that. If you want something bad enough, I must picture it. I want you to write that down below. I must picture a better life if I desire a better life. Okay? Write it down below. I'm teaching you right now. If you want a better life, I must picture a better life. Does that make sense? I'm looking at your comments below. Listen, if you're here listening, you might as well do it. If I want my situation to be better, write it down below, please. I must picture. Picture means, what does that look like? You know, when you go on vacation, do you want to stay in a 5-star hotel or a 2-star? When you fly around the world, do you want to fly coach or first class? Am I making sense here? Listen, this is the missing piece of the 99% of entrepreneurs that never fulfill their dreams and their purpose here. Now, so this is my room here. Okay, this is the living room. Let me go back a little further here. We have a 2-bedroom. Let's see if my guy back here. You see that? We got Herman Cheplex in the house. As you can see, he's working, right? He's working. Like, we're on vacation, we're enjoying ourselves. But you know what he realized? He pictured this. He pictured that he'll be closing multi-million-dollar real estate deals. And we're in Mexico, Cabo. So we're making money. At the same time, we're spending money. He has a jacuzzi here and a jacuzzi right here. But yet, he's focused. Okay? One thing about this young man, he pictured this. You know what I enjoy about him is because, you know, when I met him, and this is a true story, this young man right here, I'm so proud of him because he was nothing but an Uber driver when I met him. He was driving Uber, okay? And he was driving 10, 15, 20 hours a day, Jesus Christ. I remember Herman used to drive and he got an apartment in the hood and he got robbed. You remember that, Herman?
I gotta put that on status.
Yeah, you got robbed. And I said, Herman, because he wanted to be rich like everybody does, right? He said, Wes, you know, what are you doing? You know, teach me how. I said, Herman, I don't need to teach you the internet business right now. I don't need to teach you how to make money. You know how to make money. My question to you is this: what do you want? I said, what do you want for your life? Like, forget about the money for a second.
How do you want to experience your days, your nights? When you go on vacation, what would you like to do? And it was a game changer for him. Now, he's a top real estate agent here with Keller Williams. He has consistently closed over $3 million per year with his company. He's getting ready to get his broker license. As a matter of fact, he's getting ready to close some deals here in Cabo. You know, we went to the sauna here. He was networking with people, meeting, we met a billionaire here in the jacuzzi here, and he's talking, he's networking. But see, he pictured that. Does that make sense? He pictured that. A lot of you want to be a multi-millionaire, but yet you don't know what to do with the money. You don't want, listen to me, young people. Let me go back to my balcony here. No, let me go on Herman's balcony here. You don't want little pieces of paper with dead presidents on it, do you? No. You just don't want little pieces of dead presidents on it, right? You just don't want money. Hit the like button if you want more than the money. What you want is experiences. You want things. You want the opportunity to fly around the world. You want to be able to put your children in better schools. You want to be able to tell your parents that they'll never have to work a job another day in their life. You want to be able to bless your parents with a brand new car, with a brand new something, a brand new house here. Does that make sense? That's what you want. Hit the like button if that's what you want. See, the world wants you to get stuck on the how-to, right? They want you to, you need a technique. You got to build a skill, which is true. You got to build a skill. But they put too much time on how to do something, and you forget why you're doing it. Does that make sense? Once I got clear about what I wanted for my life changed. And as you can see here, I'm a young man, and I'm traveling around the world. I'm enjoying myself. I'm still making money, right? Most people right now, they're getting ready for work right now. Think about it. The average person is getting ready for work. The average person is cooking a meal for their children. The average person right now, they're probably texting somebody, drinking something, smoking something. The average person right now is talking and bitching and complaining about their problems right now, and I'm in paradise. And then you say, well, what makes him different? Like, what makes this young man different? Why can I have what he has? Why can I have what Wesley has? Why? Because you fail to spend time to think about what do you want. And you have to make it practical. You have to think about the things that you want to acquire based off the work ethic and the skill that you must develop to get it. Does that make sense? Hit the like button, please. I'm going to say it to you one more time. If you want a better life, you got to picture a better life. You got to discover, you have to think to yourself, what does that look like? Or what do I want that to look like? Because see, a lot of you keep thinking about your piss poor, average, 9-to-5, impotent lives. You just keep thinking about how nothing is working. How many people like that right now? Comment below. Some of you are like, man, it's not working. I hate my job. I hate my life. I hate my wife. I hate my husband. I hate my friend. I hate this person. I can't stand this. And you're spending so much time on the ugly that you're missing the beauty that's in front of you. Listen, I'm no different than you. Okay? I am no different than you. Look at me. Hold on. Let me turn this camera around for a second here. Okay? I'm no different than you. I'm no different than you. Okay? It is nothing special about Wesley $1 billion Virgin. Okay? I'm no different than you, folks. I want you to comment this again below, please. If I want my life to change, I must picture the life that I want. See, now check this out. Only 3% of people are going to come in that below. Now, I'm a millionaire, right? Our company collectively does over $1 million per month. And I promise you, only 3% of people are going to type those words below. Like, if you want a better life, I must picture a better life. See, I understand when you say something, but when you write it down, it makes it just more powerful. It makes it more powerful. But guess what? Only 3% of you are actually going to do that. A lot of you are begging for a mentor. I understand a lot of you would like to meet me and you think being around me is going to change your life. No, you change your life by changing your attitude, by changing your picture, by changing your behavior. And guess what? A person like me would naturally attract to you. Like Herman Cheplex, my guy, right? I met him in an Uber. He was making $10 an hour, right? But you know what I liked about him? I enjoyed his attitude. He didn't complain. He didn't come to me in a need of desperation, like, oh my God, nothing is working. He've never done that. And I admire that in him. What I'm telling you is, if you want a better life, you must picture it. I want you to type these words below. I must picture a better life. Everybody, please. I must picture a better life. And I know many people are like, well, how, Wesley? How do you picture a better life? You know what you sit your butt down on your bed. You sit down in a chair here, and you pull out a sheet of paper, you pull out your computer, and you write it down. It's time for you to write your story, young people. Who am I talking to here? Who am I talking to? Am I talking to you? You must picture a better life first. Stop thinking and worrying about money and millions of dollars. It will come, trust me. But it will elude you, because if you keep working towards something and you don't even know what you really want, which means is you lack the clarity of the thing that you're trying to obtain, you never get it. Listen, you have millions of people every single day. They work their asses off. You probably worked at your job hard. Can I get an amen? Many of you work at your business hard, but you're not getting results. Here's another thing I want to give you with some millionaire mentorship here. You got to relax, okay? You got to relax. You got to relax, young people. I want everybody to take a deep breath. You got to relax. Like you're too impatient. You're like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Listen, faith is the antidote to worry. Even in the Bible, right? And I'm not even a religious man, but I do believe in God. But even in the Bible, it said, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? So which means is, whatever you write down on that sheet of paper today about what you want, okay, that's faith. You're believing that what you're writing on a paper eventually will materialize into something physical. You know, I can't stand when people say, well, you know, it never works out. I get overwhelmed. I'm stressed out. I have anxiety. I'm depressed. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of this. Okay, I get it. But my question to you is, how long are you going to be sick and tired of something? How long are you going to complain about why your life is not great? How long are you going to say that I'm broke? How long are you going to say I don't have any money? Like, how long do you need to say this? Listen, if you keep saying that, you're going to lead yourself to an early grave. In the graveyard have dreams that have never been fulfilled. The graveyard have ideas who have never materialized, not because you didn't have the capability, not because you didn't have the intelligence. It's because you failed to understand that you must picture what you want. You got to be bold about that. You have to look at yourself. Let me do it here. I want everybody to do this. And listen, only 3% of people will do this. Most of you won't do it because you're afraid. You feel embarrassed. Sometimes you have to look at yourself and you have to tell yourself what you want. Listen, I want everybody to stand up right now, okay? Hold on, give me a second here. I told you this is going to be interactive here, okay? I don't know what my light is. I want everybody right now to look at themselves right now. And I want you to tell yourself the picture that you would like to create. I'm going to start first. I picture myself as a billionaire. I picture myself flying in my private jet. I picture myself helping and encouraging hundreds of millions of people around the world, offline and online. I picture myself doing business with Oprah Winfrey. I picture myself doing business with Ellen DeGeneres. I picture myself on television shows, radio shows, expressing and conveying my message of positivity to the world. So the question is this: how many of you are going to do that right now? How many of you right now? I don't care if you're a teenager right now. I don't care if you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. I don't care if you're older. It doesn't matter. Whatever a man wants. Listen. Woo, that's powerful. Whatever a man wants, whatever a man can believe and conceive in his mind, and woman as well, you can achieve. You know, a lot of you are Christians, and a lot of you believe in God, you believe in the Bible, and that's great. Listen to me here. And you believe in that stuff, and that's great. But listen, even in the Bible, God said, let there be light. And it was. You know, in the Bible, it didn't say I was working to create light. He didn't say I was working to create the animals. I wasn't working to create the heavens and earth. He just said, let there be. He spoke it and it happened. So the question is this: how is God so powerful enough to be able to speak and materialize something so fast? How can a person just speak and things start to appear? Let me tell you why. Because he had no doubt. He wasn't worried. He wasn't impatient. He didn't have any anxiety. He said, just let there be light. He said, let there be animals, let there be grass, let there be trees, 7 days he did this. And I would assume that he was relaxed when he did this. And guess what? That's what I do too. I said, let there be billions of dollars in my bank account right now. All praises to the Most High, God's the greatest. You know, let there, like me, every day, I'm getting younger. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting more intelligent. I'm a better communicator. I'm helping millions of people around the world. I'm speaking it now. Make sense? Right now, I'm permeating my message to hundreds of millions of people around the planet. Right now, I'm earning $100,000 net per day easily into my account. I'm speaking those things. Am I making sense here? How many of you are doing that with me? Well, that's what God did. Like, if you believe in God and you believe in what the Bible says, he says to do this. He said to speak what you want and have no doubt. All praises to the Most High, God is the greatest. He says, speak what you, I'm paraphrasing, speak what you want and have no doubt of its achievement. That's it. But at the same time, you got to picture it, young people. Okay? This is what they're not going to teach you in your universities. I swear to God. They're not going to teach you this in your business meetings here, right? Your network marketing meetings, in your college classes, in your elementary school, high school. They're not going to tell you this. They're going to tell you to stop dreaming so much. They're going to tell you to get your heads out of the clouds. Wesley Virgin right now, I'm telling you right now to keep dreaming. I'm telling you to picture exactly what you want. I don't care if you got naysayers, if you have people of authority that's telling you that you can't do it. I don't care if your mom said you can't do it, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend. Wesley, $1 billion virgin, I got your back. I got your back. Because I know the power of being able to take an image in my mind and to think about it and consume my mind with that image and to materialize that image and to cultivate that image, and that image will manifest. I want everybody to comment this below, and I want you to tag 2 people, and I want you to share this video here. Some of you on YouTube, maybe on Facebook, on Instagram. You're here for a reason. I don't know why, but you're here. I'm no better than you. Hey, listen, this is my philosophy. I tell everybody, don't believe a word that I say. Do your research. But I'm a man that not just I'm rich, I'm happy and rich, okay? It's one thing to be rich, but I'm happy and I'm healthy to be and rich, right? So I'm not just rich, I'm happy, healthy, and rich, okay? internally. I want everybody to comment this below. In life, you don't get what you want. I get what I picture. I want you to type that right now. Right now. I'm instructing you. I'm suggesting that you do this now. In life, I don't get what I want out of life. I get what I picture. I want you to keep writing these words. I used to keep writing those words because I had to believe those words. Because in the beginning, I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that you can just think and grow rich. Like it says in the book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that you can just take a thought and you can consume your mind with that thought and materialize that thought, that things and serendipities and miracles and things will start to gravitate to you effortlessly. I didn't believe that in the beginning. But guess what I did? I kept writing it. I said, I'm picturing myself flying around the world to 40 countries. I'm picturing myself driving the most exotic cars on the planet, and they're my cars. I picture myself building homes and mansions around the world. I picture myself feeding over 20,000 people per week on the planet. I picture myself building prosperity schools for teenagers so they can leave school and they can go to my school and they can learn how to dream. I picture myself hundreds of millions of people understanding what I am giving them, what I am conveying, and they're using it and they're applying it to their lives and they're transforming their lives into the lives that they want. I'm picturing that every single day. I picture myself at the 5-star restaurants eating the most amazing food on the planet. I picture myself having a shelf wherever I go to cook and prepare my meals. In life, I love you. I love all of you. In life, you don't get what you want, young people. You get what you picture. Okay? You don't get what you want. You get what you picture. Say it with me. You don't get what you want. You get what you picture. Say it with me. You don't get what you want. You get what you picture. I must picture better. Okay? If I want my life, if you want your life to be better, you must picture it. And listen, I don't care how many bills you have. You might say, Wesley, I got bills. I got responsibilities. Things are not working. I'm about to get kicked out of my home. Picture yourself not getting kicked out of your home. I'm about to lose my car. Picture yourself driving a new car. I'm about to be evicted. Picture yourself in the home of the apartment or the condo of your dreams. I don't have time to travel. Picture yourself having more time than ever to travel around the world. My children are bad. Picture yourself or picture your children amicable, polite, nice, giving people. See how it works? See, a lot of you, I'm talking to you here. 99% of people fail because they fail to picture the life that they want. You just keep thinking about, well, I want $1 million. That's it. I want $1 million. You know, I want to be rich. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of being broke. But if you listen close, I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of things not working. I'm tired of being scammed. Those are things that you don't want. That makes sense? Like, those are things that you don't want. So the question is, what do you want? Like all of you, and listen, this is applicable to every area of life, even your relationships. Like a lot of women say, I don't want a cheater anymore. I don't want a liar. I don't want someone that's going to do me wrong. I don't want an abuser. Okay, that's what you don't want. But what do you want? Well, I want someone that's going to be honest. I want a man that's going to be genuine. I want a man that's going to take care of me. I want a man that's going to be encouraging to me and my dreams. I want a man that's going to take care of my kids like his own. See, doesn't that feel better? And that works vice versa, men and women. Men as well. See, that's how the manifestation process works here. But this is why 99% of you will fail. Only because you failed to picture. Number two is you're not going to be consistent. Most people, they're not consistent. They just going to, listen, you're going to listen to this video here, you're going to be excited. You're going to like, that makes perfect sense, Wesley. I'm going to start doing those things because I want to do those things now. But you're going to fail to do it tomorrow. Or you're going to fail to do it next week. Why? Because you don't see it happening. You don't see it happening. Like, you're gonna start picturing, you're gonna write it down in your journal, you're gonna do it for 1 week, 1 month, and you're gonna stop because your life still sucks. And listen, as long as you perceive your life, listen to be very close. As long as you perceive your life as it sucks, as long as that's your perception, because that's all what it is, your perception, your life will always suck. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, I can give you $1 million, your life will still suck eventually. If you don't realize that your life right now is a blessing, okay? Look at me. Like, your life is a blessing. And right now, a lot of you have a lot of confused looks on your face. You're like, what do you mean it's a blessing? I gotta pay child support. I don't have a job. COVID-19, Donald Trump. Listen, look, watch this. Your life is a blessing. The question that you should ask me is this: how? Well, Wesley, how is my life a blessing? Because you have the eyes to look at this video. You can breathe. You can smile, all right? You can smile. It's free to do that, by the way. You may say, oh yeah, you're right. Life is a blessing. Like, you have a place to stay. Some of you, most of you have a place to stay, right? You got a car. At least you got a job. You're bringing in some income. See, once you realize that your life right now, that you think is miserable, this is what I had to learn. When you realize that it's not that bad, as a matter of fact, I'm blessed, then everything that you want is getting ready to gravitate towards you. I swear to God, if God is my witness, when I started to change my attitude, my behavior, and when I started to change my perception of the piss poor life that I thought I had, because listen, I've been in jail many times, for petty things here. I've filed bankruptcy one time. I've had several repos. I've lost my apartment many times. I've lost my home many times. I've had negative balances in my banks many times. But I didn't realize that the blessings was around me the entire time. It was. Like, everything I wanted so badly that I even prayed for was always in front of me the entire time. I was blinded by the negativity. I was blinded by the negative friends, the naysayers. I was blinded by the debilitating information on TV and social media. And when I opened my eyes in that small 1-bedroom apartment, I saw that I was blessed. I was grateful. I finally understood why the 1% were winning and why I was losing. It wasn't because I didn't have the money. It wasn't because I didn't have mentorship. It wasn't because I didn't have the resources. It was me. It was my perception. It was my inability to be patient and understand that I was blessed. And when I understood I was blessed, then I became grateful. And when I understand I was grateful, then I got positive. And when I understand I was positive, I found something that was working. Then I'm out of it, but I was enthusiastic about the process. So when things wasn't working, I thought they were working. And I got more excited. So the more I would fail, I got more excited. And guess what? It happened. I love you. I love you. I love you. I really do. I love you from the top of my heart, man. I love you so. Like, young lady that's watching me right now, I love you so much. I love you so much because you haven't given up. Young man, listen, hey, I got it. I get it. I get you. Listen, I get it. And you might say, well, Wesley, it's easy. Listen. Listen. I get it. You might say it's easy for me. Yeah, it is easy for me now. But it's easy for you too. You just don't think that way yet. See, right where you are, you're nothing but a millimeter, okay? Like, a lot of you think that you need something huge to transform your life. You need a huge breakthrough. You need a miracle. You don't. You need a shift, a small shift, and everything changes. It did for me. It's many people that I've taught, many people that I've mentored, many people that have watched my video at wesleyvirgin.com, many people that watch my free content at YouTube that said, Wesley, I get it. I have a young man, his name is Jeff, right? I remember He used to reach out to me on Snapchat like every day. Snapchat. Now he was 23 years old, not making any money, wants to start an online business. You know what I told him to do? I said, hey, listen to these CDs. It was one of my programs, Unrevealed Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. It's now digitized. And I said, listen to this. I said, don't even think about the internet business right now. Don't think about millions of dollars. Listen to these CDs, just master them. And he did it. And he said, I said, listen to it again. He said, Wes, I'm done. Listen to it again. And he kept on. And now today, that young man that I'm proud of, he earns over $300,000 per month. And guess what? The business that he's in is very different from the business that I'm in. Because it's not about the business, it's about you. Jim Rohn, who's one of the greatest motivational speakers on the planet, said this. He says that work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Let me say it again. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Work harder on yourself. I remember hearing this at the age of 23, and I wasn't listening. He said, work harder on you than you do at your job. As a matter of fact, work harder on you than you do anything else on the planet. Work on your attitude. Work on your behavior. Work on your communication skills. Work on your appearance. Okay? That's it. Work on that for 1 year straight. You'll be a different person. I love you. Go ahead and smash the like button for me, please. Share this out to somebody else. You can always go to YouTube, type in Wesley Virgin, or you can go to wesleyvirgin.com. Most of my information is free. 90% of it is free. You can always go to programmmymindfast.com as well. It's up to you. You can go to overnightmillionaire.net. It's up to you. But listen, in life, you don't get what you want. You get what you picture. This is Wesley Billion dollar virgin. Let's go! Later.